So we're going to be doing the quest, Let Them Eat Pie. And we can start doing this by clicking on the quest thingy of Let Them Eat Pie. I only have one left, so enjoy. You're going to speak to Nels Newton outside the Pick and Loot Tavern in Taverley. And it's Barthrope Taverley. You're going to need a raw potato, a pot, a crayfish, a raw crayfish, wheat, and fishing bait. The rewards for this is going to be 1 quest point, 100 cooking XP, 150 thieving XP, spice pouch, and 5 meat pies. And we will get started. You will talk to Nels Newton and go through all of his chat dialogue, just as I'm doing now. He seems to talk quite a bit, so you can hit the space bar to make it go through. Alright, so we're gonna mark this on the map just for easier access to finding locations. So he's gonna tell you what you need first. We're gonna be making him a pie. Supposedly we're supposed to be poisoning or making some person sick in this quest, so that's what we're gonna be doing. So we have nothing in our inventory. We're going to act like we've just started the game, we don't know what we're doing, and we are going to gather everything we need from start to finish. So, as we continue to go through the chat dialogue, you're going to hit option 3 or hit number 3 on your keyboard to go on. And we're going to run south. And as you can see, it's lighted up on there. That is the watermill. We are going to run past it, go a little southeast, and then there's these 4 fishing baits. You can go ahead and pick up one of them. Run again southwest and pick a piece of wheat. Flour. That's what we're going to be making into it. Run back up north across the bridge. Grab a pot off the table. They do respawn quite often, so you don't have to worry about that if you're doing it. But we are going to put the wheat in the hopper. It will automatically also add the fishing bait. You will run again downstairs after you go through the chat dialogues. So you go back downstairs. Oh, sorry, operate the hoppers. Yes, I'm getting ahead of myself yet again. Now we run downstairs and use the empty pots on the flour bin, and you will get maggoty flour. Sounds very entertaining. We go back up north and talk to Nels Newton one more time. Let him know that we have the flour. You are going to go through all the chat dialogue again, and he's going to want us to get a crayfish. So he's going to turn the flour into this like pie shell thingy. Also, future reference, if you're making pie shell, you're going to mix it with water to make pastry dough or pie dough or something, and then you put it into a pie tin. But in the case of this, you won't be doing that. So if you want and you don't have, you will talk to Nicholas Angle to get your rock or your crayfish cage. You can obtain this after you hit option 1 for free. You can also get your fishing bait as well if you don't want to run south and get it. So, or if you want to be in like ahead of time, you can get it. So we are going to fish the cage fishing spot. Get our 1 raw crayfish and get a task complete. We are going to run to the west to the thingy, and you will get a cutscene You will end up doing the cutscenes slightly twice because you bury it first and then you pick it up as some time passes. And then you run back down south and talk to Nails Newton after you get your manky crayfish. Such interesting names for some of these. Alright, now that we are in Nails Newton, we are going to talk to him. And he is then going to tell us he wants us to get a potato. If you did not bring your potato, then we will run up north after we hit option 3 to keep going on with the quest. You're going to run up north to the farming tutor. And you're going to trade Head Farmer Jones, and get your free potato. Then you're going to run slightly west to the icy area, if I move. There we go. And there's going to be a hole in the southwestish corner-ish, and you're going to click on Inspect Hole. You will then bury your potato and get it out again. And go through the chat options, and then go back to go back to Nails Newton, who will then tell you what else you need to do. And he asks how the pie is coming. And okay, of course, we're not going to do what I'm doing now, as I messed up. So, instead of pickpocketing him without talking and doing what I was supposed to first, I'm going to let this keep going because it was kind of funny when I did it the first time. So I keep pickpocketing him and seem to keep getting hit and like looking like a retard doing this. So thank God no one was around to see this. But I couldn't understand why I couldn't get the spices, so I pickpocketed them just a couple more times. Yep, looking at the failed attempts of thieving when I have 80 plus thieving. Yeah, that's great fun. So I decided to do it again. Oh, but I got a strange rock in the process, so that was amazing. That was fun. Alright, so I don't give up. I'm pretty stubborn and stuff. So then I decided, yep, let's go talk to Nails Newton one more time to see what we did wrong. But I realized I need to cook this thing. So I'm going to put this thing together by right-clicking and putting the crayfish together. And then you use your terrible stinky pie with the oven. And you make a pie that you really don't want to eat. It doesn't even look good. It's called a terrible pie. Go back now and talk to Sir Newton. And run south to that guy that you were talking to or theming from, and oops, look, it works the second time around. Or millionth in my case. And now you use the expensive spices on the terrible pie to get a mouth-watering pie. And go back up and talk to Nails Newton. And you tell him you're just going to get on with it. At this point, you're going to go upstairs. If my character decides to move. Oh, that's right, because we're looking for a bar and I couldn't figure out. And somebody PMs me, so one moment. Alright, so anyways, back on track. We go upstairs to the, or not. My character doesn't know what she's doing. Alright, so now I'm going to go upstairs. Little funny bloopers in my quest making guide. And we talk to Rollo the Stout and give him the pie. Now enjoy the noises this guy makes. It's hilarious. So be sure to play with your sounds on. So you're going to go through all of the options at this point in time. And I named it Squishy Crust Belly Filler. I thought it was the cutest name, so we chose that name. And you're going to continue through the chat box options until you run away. And there you go, as you walk away, leaving him with the pie. And he ponders the thought of, that name is interesting. And then he counts down and you click the next button. And he starts throwing up and he makes sounds. Of course I had to click let's hear every detail. So enjoy the every detail that you will hear if you click that, or you can skip it to not hear the throwing up sounds. Alright, so I keep clicking. Once you're done with that cutscene, you are going to go back and talk to Nails Newton. Once you get out of the cutscene, you'll be right there, so don't worry about that. You go through all the chat options. And you'll get on with it. Right, at this point you're going to climb up the stairs and go to the chest. You're going to open it and get a seal in your inventory. At this point you're going to run back downstairs and go talk to Sir Newton. I'm sorry, Nails Newton. My bad. Alright, and you remember that guy that we were just thieving from? Well, we're going to go back down there and talk to him and give him the little envelope thingy. Instead, I thieve from him like a dork. So we are going to give it to him and then go back up after we're done talking and go tell Nails Newton that we have done this. And quest complete. 1 quest point. You get an expensive spices thing, which will give you plus 10 healing to all food when carried. And 5 meat pies with 150 cooking XP, and I have now achieved my quest cape. So, I hope you all enjoyed. It's been fun. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And when the next quest comes out, I'll definitely be doing a guide on it. So, enjoy.